Hello, everybody, to day 2 of a 5-day action challenge. Yesterday was all about your spiritual practice in the morning, if you have one. So with the spiritual practice in the morning, just to do a quick recap of that, is the reason we should be doing it if we are having to do anything with spirituality, no matter if you draw cards for yourself, if you connect to spirit, if you're medium, if you're healer, if you do Reiki, if you do self-healing. One of the reasons we having a spiritual practice and discipline around this is to really center ourselves, to bring ourselves back. A lot of people that are working in this industry doing a lot of astral travel at night, we are being called to do certain things and being called away. So it is very important in the morning to call yourself all back, to center yourself before you start the day. So you have a nice, clear energy field. You're strong from within. The evening one, I do believe that is almost more important to have an evening one, and that it is important to be really vigilant about having a self-care practice, a spiritual self-care practice, not just a self-care in the sense of maybe having an Epsom salt bath or just some time out, reading a book, having a cup of tea or a nighttime drink of some sort, but to have a vigilant spiritual practice. Now, as we go through life and along our day to day, there's a lot of energies around us all the time. And as you know, we all energy, everything is energy. And as a light worker, because we shine the light, we also attract the dark. So if we do not strengthen ourselves from the inside, there will be a lot of crap attached to our outer energy field. And at the beginning, that's not major. But if you don't clear it regularly, it will get stuck, and eventually it will sort of soak through your layers, if that makes sense, and then manifest in physical issues for yourself, or emotional issues, spiritual issues, blockages of your third eye, throat, all sort of stuff. All sort of things are happening. So I really believe it is important we having a spiritual practice at the end of the day that clears ourselves, that clears our energy field, our surroundings, and calling ourselves all back again into ourselves. Often as we do this, and a lot of light workers are very caring sort of people. So you leave a bit here, you leave a bit there, you leave a bit of yourself here. So it is really important too to call it all back in through filters, so that it is just your part that comes back as well. Another big one too is if we're working from home, you're inviting spirits on your home. For example, when I do healings, I never know what happens. Okay? All my sessions, they are, and even with my bone clients, often spirits are alongside them. It's not that I can just switch it off. But I have very strong boundaries around my house, and especially nighttime. I have 2 very energy sensitive kids. So my boundaries are very clear. At nighttime, no spirits in my house. But at times, depends what I've been doing throughout the day, they're still attached. They maybe came with the client doesn't listen to them, so they stick around with me. It's like, hello. And then I have to be really firm. So one of my spiritual practices, and that's the last thing I generally do once I'm heading to bed, is clearing my house, my property. And I do that in a very simple practice, an energy clearing, running through, removing anything that is not being sent by the most of the divine. And then I ask it to be filled with healing light instead, from east to west and north to south, from all areas. And then I'm clearing myself too. I clear my own energy field. I run my toroidal field again to really ensure that there's nothing stuck. So I generally do that first and then clear my house, because if I get rid of it on myself, I may spread it to somewhere else. I found this is for me, that makes a big difference for my kids. If I forget because I'm too tired, or I've been out drinking, which doesn't happen very often, but if it does happen, I generally find the kids will wake up with nightmares or night terrors, or my son hearing spirits, waking up very confused. So it is really important, not just for my own health and wellness state, but also for my families. My husband, he doesn't necessarily, he lies down, he goes to sleep, he knows nothing. But he's not interested. So that's fine. But my kids, they are sensitive. So I have to be aware of that as well. So it's not just for my own sake, it's for my family's sake as well, to keep them safe and to keep them healthy as well. And also, it just gives me a deeper sleep. So I'm also a person, I'm quite happy to go astral traveling if I still get good sleep. But when it's all very overwhelming, for example, when the election was going on in the US, there was a lot of restlessness in the global consciousness. So I woke up drained, nastily drained. So I really have to clear myself, clear my house, my property, and I put the boundaries up again, no spirits in my house at night. But then I also have to ask for a deep sleep full of recovery and rejuvenation without any traveling. And this works. It is amazing. And I don't do that part every night. It depends how I feel. If I'm quite full of energy and motivated, then I'm fine to doing that. But it is really, really important. And I picked up on doing it way more once I had the kids, and I did pick up on my children being so sensitive to spirits and spirit activity and energy activity in the house too. So they pick up on me as well. So if I'm not on top of the game, clearing my own energy, they will pick this all up. And awkward kids generally do. So that's not just mine. Mine are nothing special. They just kids. They all do. Children pick up on your energy. All children are very energy sensitive, and they will pick up on you, on your energies, on what's around you, what's within you. They will. And this has helped my kids to be way more calm and have a really restful sleep. So for me, that is really an important part of being an empath, a light worker, an intuitive healer, medical intuitive. And I believe this is for anybody that is spiritually inclined. That's a good idea to have a very vigilant spiritual practice at the end of the day for your own cleanness. See it as a shower a little bit. You have a shower to clean yourself. You do the same energetically, just from the inside out. Basically, that's what it is. So I'd love to hear if you do have anything like that. If not, why not? If you've never considered it, if you wouldn't know where to start. If you do have one, please share with us what you do. There's no silly answers. There's no silly questions either. So please go ahead and ask if there's anything you would like to ask. I'm looking forward to anything and everything you have to say and feedback, and to find out a bit more about what you're doing. There's always more to learn for me as well. So I'd love to hear what you're doing. And I can't wait for tomorrow's session, when we dive into another big part of our own spirituality. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.